It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal, Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they're looking to come along and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, we'll be watching Roy Hibbert tonight, arguably the league's premier rim protector. Kenny, his reach and length make it so difficult to try to get anything near the basket.
Yeah, even if the best finishers in the game, they talk about Roy Hibbert when they come in the lane. You have to pay attention to him. He concentrates on defense more than offense, and he takes pride in it.
You know, he knows how to challenge shots by staying vertical. He's the master of verticality. He doesn't pick up cheap fouls, but he still contests shots.
And we will send it over to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to Houston. And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Lawson. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Russell dishes to Hibbert. Good. Hibbert's got the first points of the night for the Lakers.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Back to Bryant. Six to shoot. Shoots the three. Harden grabs the miss. Lakers on D. And it's Ariza in the corner. That three off the mark. Russell against Harden. Outside Russell. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Russell's got his first bucket of the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Pass to Clarkson. James Harden with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Kobe against Lawson. Back to Harden. From deep. The Rockets again can't hit.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Russell passes to Randall. He kicks to Hibbert. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Over to the wing. Here's Clarkson. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets trail. Here's the break. Lets it go from 11, and it's sent back by Russell. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Harden. Top loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
Just 2 to shoot, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And the Lakers making a change here. Pass is checked in.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
Now, here is Lawson. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, when Byron Scott and I had a chance to catch up a few minutes ago, he said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin. And
thank you for that, Doris. Here's Russell following the score by Houston. Dishes to Bass. Good in the assist. Bass has got his first points of the game.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention California is an attractive destination.
Well, guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective.
No good on the second free throw.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Now, here is Russell. Got a piece of it. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Ariza. Crew on the 14-footer. Ariza's got 5. The Lakers trail. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. And the 3 off target. The Rockets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Beverly against Young. Capella, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Russell with the bucket.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Rockets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And Beverly kicks to Capella. He dishes it to Jones. The feed to Beverly. Pass to Brewer. The rebound by Young.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Houston on top. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Kobe Bryant dealing with wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
Well, at Kobe's age, and with the 2 years' worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of, Greg, adjustments? Or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Young is out there with Williams, and it's Sacre in at the 5. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Houston making a switch. Moniunas is checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Robert Sacre. And so it's Houston with it. Shot clock at 5. Moniunas dishes to Harden. Kept alive. The Lakers shooting pretty well at 46%. Lawson outside. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. The shot, no good. Good D by Williams. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
Now here's Hibbert. Following the miss by Lawson. Hibbert gets the bucket.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And Hibbert with the block. Williams passes to Kobe. Randall with a screen for Kobe. Young with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
Now, here is Young. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong. Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
Clarkson. He's checked in for Young.
Rockets Power Dancers.
And the pass to Lawson. Screen by Howard. Lawson kicks to Brewer. Lawson dishes to Moniunas. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Lawson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Lawson's got his first basket of the night. Lakers leading by 3.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Now, here's Clarkson. Outside, Kobe. Back to Hibbert. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Brewer. The Lakers also making some changes. Bass comes in for Randall, and it's Russell in for Lou Williams. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Rockets trail by 4. Beverly the pass to Ariza. He feeds it to Harden. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Harden's got 6 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Here's Beverly. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket. We've got 1:28 left here in the second. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Lets it go from 11. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Lakers leading by 4. Kicks it to Clarkson. From deep. And it's Russell missing.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Rockets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Feeds to Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Howard's got 5.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Hibbert with a screen on Ariza. Kobe kicks to Bass. Goes up the baseline. And Capella sends it back. To the paint. Here's Beverly. Soft touch off the glass. And now just a 2-point Laker lead.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. 1 second left. No luck. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thank you, Roy. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Modiunas and Howard the post pair, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter, and it's Lawson in at the point. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
And the Lakers with possession here. Clarkson with the ball. Russell dishes to Clarkson. Screen by Russell. Hibbert with a screen for Kobe. 5 to shoot. Russell against Lawson. But he gets it back. Russell passes to Randall. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. A shot by Harden. Wide open. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 4th assist in this one. Russell kicks to Kobe. Back to Russell. Randall, a screen on Lawson. Lawson against Russell. Pulls it up. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Harden dishes to Howard. A second chance effort. Modiunas' shot is good. Now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. Back to Bryant. Picked by Randall. Bryant against Ariza. To end the run. They grab their own miss. Kobe, the pass to Clarkson. Right wing. Russell kicks to Randall. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well. Clark, they just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
Now, here's Clarkson, following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Clarkson with the ball. Now Watson defending.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And the basket by Harden.
And with the Lakers and their lack of offense, sometimes teams can hide that by playing good defense, but the Lakers just really didn't have either. A lot of things working against them this past season.
Here's Kobe. James Harden picking up that last basket. Jumper off the screen to the wing right side. Ryan against Ariza. Again, the miss by Kobe.
You know, the Lakers often would get in trouble with slow starts to games because of their offense. I mean, at least they forced a league-high 9 overtime games, going 6-3 in those contests, so the offense seemed to come alive late in games.
Lawson against Russell. Picked by Randall. Russell kicks to Randall. And the Lakers with another miss. And here are the Rockets. They're rolling here with the 9-point run. Lawson with it. He's picked up by Russell. And Howard, here we go. And that one's good. And it's an 8-point Houston lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
With a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Jones comes in for Moniunas. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverley in for James Harden. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. Young's checked in for Kobe. And it's Williams in for Jordan Clarkson. And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
And so Young nails them both.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final games.
Here's Lawson, and there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Here is Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's the dish to Russell. High arcing shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
First free throw is good. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
And so Russell hits them both.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
Now here's Lawson. Shot from the wing. Williams with the block. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Beverly. Second chance shot. A 10, but it's good off the front iron. Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 4 points for the bucket from Bass.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
Well, for Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him, because I enjoy watching him play.
Taking 2 shots.
And I tell you what, the Rockets are happy to have Terrence Jones back and healthy. They tried to acquire Bosh last season, looked like they had it, but make no mistake, Jones was always going to be a player not only with tremendous potential, but someone that they view as a valuable commodity on that roster.
And so Jones nails both of them.
And guys, Terrence Jones, good numbers as far as blocks and rebounding and scoring around the rim. He's also shown potential as far as playing on the perimeter. The Rockets hope he can fill that spread 4 role for them moving forward.
Now here is Young. He has 5. It's Williams with the drive. Excellent use of the screen that time.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Beverly wide open. Offline with his 3. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Here is Harden. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Williams is out there with Young. And it's Bass in at the center position. They set the pick. Here's Brewer. Here's Beverly. And the 3 off target.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Williams, that's good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here is Brewer, following the score by Lou Williams. Shot clock at 6. Dishes to Brewer. From downtown, that's good. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
And Los Angeles guys shooting about 42% so far. Now here's Williams. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. And now a 7-point Rocket lead.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now here's Williams. Picked by Randall. Shot clock at 5. Releases. Tries again. He lays it in.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
And Beverly kicks to Brewer. The feed to Harden. Ariza outside. The shot is off, so the Lakers will take it the other way. Kobe with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Kobe dishes to Williams. Shot's good. And now just a 3-point Houston lead.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used, but they've got to balance it out.
Now here's Kobe. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
That one goes. Count it.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Howard's checked in for Brewer. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Lawson. And the shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 3.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Picked by Randall. Clarkson up top, guarded by Harden. Bryant gets a wide-open look. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Down low, here's Moniunas. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 8th assist here tonight. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Randall. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Well, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
All right, coming up the court, the Toronto Rockets power dancer. Give it up.
Here is Harden. He kicks to Lawson. Back to Harden. 13 feet away. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lakers trail by 3. Hibbert with the screen. Randall against Modi Yunus. Here's Kobe. And he banks in the layup.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the fourth. That's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Bryant. Can't connect from short range. Lawson with it. He's picked up by Russell. It's Harden with the drive. Good work defensively by Bryant.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Russell, no good. Rockets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Lawson the pass to Harden. Screen by Howard. Harden kicks to Howard. The Lakers with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. Russell dishes to Bryant. Hibbert the pass to Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up on the block. Nails it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
At the line for your Rockets, James Harden. 2 shots.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
All right, Houston, coming out the court, Rockets power dancer, give it up.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bryant drives in. No good. Good D by Ariza.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Outside Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Rockets, James Harden. At the line for 2.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. From deep 3-point range, missed. So Houston wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt. But give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, first off, James, congratulations on the win tonight. What is the mindset of the team right now and the philosophy in your approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. Our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Well done. Certainly a great team effort. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. He gets jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love, a player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.